$300,000 vanished in a single day thanks to my mother-in-law's genius business idea. But that wasn't even the craziest part of what happened next. I never thought I'd be sharing my story here, but I really need to get this off my chest. My name is Monica Thompson, and I'm going to tell you how my seemingly perfect marriage collapsed in just 24 hours because of $300,000 and one manipulative mother-in-law. It's wild to think that just 5 years ago, I was living my best life with Ethan Preston, the man I thought was my soulmate. We met at Stanford. I was an ambitious econ major dreaming of Wall Street, and he was the hot engineering guy every girl on campus had a crush on. Picture this: fall 2015, a pretentious interdepartmental party at the Student Center. I'm wearing a little black dress I spent way too much of my summer internship money on, sipping cheap champagne and pretending to care about some sorority girl's drama. That's when I saw him. God, guys, Ethan was straight out of a rom-com. 6'2", broad shoulders, piercing brown eyes, and a smile that literally made my knees weak. He kept stealing glances at me from across the room all night, not in a creepy way, but with this charming, shy smile that melted my heart. "I've been trying to work up the courage to talk to you for an hour," he finally said, approaching with 2 fresh glasses of champagne. "I'm not usually this nervous, but there's something about you." We talked until dawn at a 24-hour diner near campus. You know those conversations where you just click with someone? Like, we were finishing each other's sentences, bonding over the weirdest shared interests. We both loved indie films, dreamed of traveling to Japan, and could quote entire episodes of The Office by heart. He talked about his plans to revolutionize sustainable architecture, and I shared my dream of starting my own financial consulting firm. We were such ambitious nerds, honestly. By the time we watched the sunrise over Stanford's main quad, I knew this was something special, not like any other college fling. Our dating years were straight up perfect. Ethan would surprise me with picnics in Golden Gate Park, weekend trips to wine country, and the sweetest gifts that showed he actually listened when I talked. Like this vintage Coltrane A Love Supreme record he tracked down because I'd mentioned my dad used to play it when I was a kid. After graduation, I landed my dream job as a financial analyst at Goldman Sachs, and Ethan joined a prestigious construction firm in San Francisco. We were that annoyingly perfect couple, both climbing the career ladder, both killing it. Our Instagram was basically #couple goals. Yeah, cringe, but we were genuinely happy. 2 years into dating, during a romantic getaway in the Florida Keys, Ethan got down on one knee at sunset. The ring was perfect. A vintage emerald-cut diamond he'd had reset in platinum because he remembered me saying I loved classic designs. I was sobbing before he even finished his speech. "Monica," he said, voice shaking, "you're not just the love of my life. You're my best friend, my partner in crime, the person I want to build my future with. Will you marry me?" Our wedding was like a fairy tale. A historic mansion in Connecticut, just 50 of our closest friends and family, Vera Wang dress from a sample sale, but still, dancing under the stars to our favorite jazz band. It was everything I'd dreamed of since I was a kid. But here's where things get juicy. Enter my mother-in-law, Barbara. From day one, she looked at me like I was public enemy number 1. I still remember our first meeting at a family dinner. "So, you work in finance?" she drawled, giving me a head-to-toe once-over. "I hope you understand family comes before career. My Ethan deserves a proper home." I tried to be diplomatic. "Of course, Barbara, I completely agree family is everything, but I think it's possible to balance a career and—" "It's Mrs. Preston," she cut me off. And you'll learn someday, dear, that a woman needs to know her place. The red flags started popping up about a year after the wedding. Barbara began dropping by our place on weekends, unannounced. "Oh, I was just in the neighborhood," she'd chirp, despite living 2 hours away. "Ethan, darling, you've lost weight. Does your Monica even cook?" I'd bite my tongue. "Barbara, we both work late, but—" "Mrs. Preston," she'd snap. "And yes, I can see how you work. My son looks exhausted. You know, when I was a young wife." These visits became more frequent. She criticized everything. How I folded towels, the groceries I bought, the way I arranged furniture. Once, I came home to find she'd completely rearranged our bedroom to improve the energy. Ethan tried to play peacemaker. "Mom, you know you need to give us a heads up." "Oh, now I need permission to see my own son? Is she turning you against your mother? I knew it." Then came the casual run-ins with Barbara's friends who had wonderful daughters. "Oh, Ethan, remember Sarah? My friend Jane's daughter? She's a teacher now. Such a homely girl. Not like some people who only care about money." Things hit a boiling point at Thanksgiving. We hosted at our place, and I spent all day cooking. Organic turkey, homemade mashed potatoes, fresh cranberry sauce. The works. Barbara showed up 3 hours early. "Oh my God, you're cooking the turkey like that?" she gasped dramatically. "Ethan, darling, remember how I always made it? With my special marinade." Before I could respond, she pulled spices out of her bag and started fixing my dish. I felt my blood boil. "Barbara, please don't touch the turkey. I've got it covered." "An internet recipe?" she scoffed. "Dear, real homemakers use family recipes, passed down through generations." "Oh, I forgot. You didn't grow up with a real family." That was a low blow. She knew my mom died when I was 12. "Enough!" I threw down the dish towel. "You have no right—" "Monica, calm down," Ethan interjected. "Mom's just trying to help." "Help? She's deliberately provoking me. Every time. Every damn time." "See, Ethan?" Barbara dabbed her eyes with a napkin. "I told you she's unhinged. A proper lady would never raise her voice." Something in me snapped. I stormed out of the kitchen, slamming the bedroom door so hard the walls shook. Ethan came in a minute later. "Babe, why are you being like this? Mom's trying to bond." "Bond?" I couldn't believe my ears. "She humiliates me every chance she gets. Hints I'm a bad wife, that I'm not good enough for you." "You're overreacting. She's just old school, and she loves me." "And do you love me? Or am I just an accessory to your career?" After that disastrous Thanksgiving, things with Ethan went downhill fast. Barbara started calling him multiple times a day, complaining about migraines and heart palpitations. When I tried to talk to him about it, it sparked another fight. "She's manipulating you!" I shouted. "Can't you see it? She's my mother, Monica. What do you want me to do? Abandon her when she's sick?" "She's not sick. She fakes these episodes every time we plan something together." Right on cue, his phone rang. Barbara sobbing. "Ethan, honey, I'm so ill. I fell. I think it's my heart." And of course, he rushed to her, canceling our anniversary dinner, for which I'd taken a day off and booked our favorite restaurant. When he got back after midnight, I was waiting in the living room. "So how's Mom? Another miraculous recovery?" "Stop it, you're being unbearable. She really slipped." "Sure, and it's totally unrelated to our anniversary?" "You know what? Maybe Mom's right. You've changed, Monica. You're cold." calculating. All you care about is work. That hurt. I broke down. So now you're parroting her? I'm a bad wife because I have a career, because I'm not at home baking your favorite cookies? I didn't say that, but you thought it. You know what? I'm still the same girl you fell for, the one who dreamed of her own firm. You've changed, turning into a mama's boy. He went pale. Don't you dare talk about me and my mom like that. How else am I supposed to talk? She's destroying our marriage, and you're letting her. But the real hell broke loose when Barbara showed up with her genius business idea. It was last Tuesday. Barbara barged into our house with a massive folder of documents, eyes gleaming. My dears, I have incredible news. I found the perfect investment opportunity. She spread out glossy brochures for some Florida retirement resort. Imagine luxury senior living, golf courses, spas, medical care, and for just $300,000, you can buy a stake. My gut screamed scam. Barbara, this sounds like Mrs. Preston, she interrupted. And yes, I've checked everything. My good friend George, he sings in the church choir, already invested. Says it's a minimum 40% annual return. It's a textbook Ponzi scheme, I said, trying to stay calm. I see these at work every day. It's fraud. Oh, so now you're the expert. She turned to Ethan. Darling, I mortgaged my house to get in. I'm just a bit short. I thought maybe you two... No, I jumped up. Don't even think about it, Ethan. It's a total scam. Monica, he snapped, glaring at me. Let Mom finish. Finish what? Her plan to steal our savings? Barbara burst into tears. See how she treats me? I'm trying to help our family get rich, and she... Ethan, I'm your mother. I've given my life for you. We'll help, Mom, Ethan said. Right, honey? I couldn't believe it. Are you serious? That's all our savings, our down payment for a house. It's an investment in our family's future, he said, already reaching for the checkbook. What family? The one your mother's methodically destroying? The next 2 hours were a nightmare. I screamed, cried, threatened to call the police. Ethan accused me of being selfish and heartless. Barbara dramatically fainted. If you do this, I said finally, we're done. Don't be dramatic. He brushed me off, writing the check. I silently packed a bag and left for a friend's place. The next morning, I called my lawyer. A week later, I went back to grab the rest of my stuff. Ethan was there, looking wrecked. Monica, can we talk? About what? How you gave away all our money to an obvious scam? It's not a scam. Mom showed me the documents. Wake up. I threw a newspaper on the table. Read this. Massive Florida fraud. Dozens of seniors lose savings. Your choir buddy George is named in it. He went pale, scanning the article. Right then, Barbara burst in. Ethan, you won't believe it. George isn't answering. The office is closed. Oh, she's here, she spat, glaring at me. Yeah, I'm here. And you know what? I tried to warn you, both of you, but you didn't listen. You! Barbara jabbed a finger at me. You jinxed our investment with your negativity. I laughed hysterically. Jinxed? Really? Did I also make you believe in fairy tales about 40% returns? Don't talk to me like that! Ethan, tell her! But Ethan was silent, still staring at the paper. His hands were shaking. You know what? I pulled a folder from my bag. Here's the financial investigation I ordered through my firm. Your business genius George is a 3-time convicted fraudster. And that luxury resort? It's an empty lot in Florida that isn't even for sale. Lies! Barbara shrieked. You set this up! Ethan, don't listen to her! Mom? His voice was hollow. How much did you say George invested?
Well, 50,000. And it says here he's the mastermind of the scheme, Ethan said, eyes darkening. You lied to me. I didn't. It's all her. Barbara collapsed into a chair. She turned you against your own mother. I pulled out my phone
And played a recording. George, darling, the plan's working perfectly. That idiot son of mine and his know-it-all wife fell for it. The money's ours soon. As agreed. 70% to me. 30% to you. It was Barbara's voice. I'd gotten the recording from my private investigator. Oh, God, Ethan groaned. Oh, God. Barbara went white. I can explain. It's not what you think. What am I supposed to think? For the first time, he yelled at her. You stole our money. Lied to me. Ruined my marriage. I was doing it for you. That woman isn't right for you. I had to do something. Get out of my house. His voice trembled. Now. But Ethan, out! When the door slammed behind Barbara, he turned to me. Monica, Don't. I shook my head. Just don't. I already filed for divorce. Please, let's fix this. I was such an idiot. You were. But it's not even about the money. It's about trust. You chose her lies over my truth. Every time. Every damn time. I love you, he sobbed. Please. And I loved you, but that wasn't enough. A year later, I won the fraud case. Barbara and George got prison time. I recovered most of the money through the courts, though it took a lot of time and stress. Ethan called almost daily for the first 3 months, begging for another chance, swearing he'd changed. Maybe he had. But every time I saw his number, I remembered him writing that check, completely dismissing my words and feelings. You don't get it, I told him at our last meeting in court. It's not about the money or even your mom. It's that when it came time to choose between me and her manipulations, you chose her manipulations. I deserve better. He looked down. I know now. I built my consulting firm, specializing in spotting financial scams and protecting family assets. The irony? This painful experience helped me find my true calling. Recently, I got a letter from Barbara in prison. She apologized, said she'd realized her mistakes. Maybe she has, but I folded the letter and tucked it into a drawer. Some bridges are better left burned. Ethan remarried 6 months ago. They say his new wife is a quiet, homely schoolteacher, the kind of daughter-in-law his mom always wanted. I hope they're happy. As for me, I'm finally free. Free from manipulation, toxic relationships, and the constant need to prove my worth. Sometimes, loss is really liberation. This morning, I signed the contract for my own house, the one I always dreamed of. When the realtor handed me the keys, a tear rolled down my cheek, but it was a tear of joy. You know what I've learned this past year? Love shouldn't demand sacrifices. Real love is being accepted for who you are. No conditions, no manipulations, no need to change. I'm sitting on the porch of my new home, sipping wine, watching the sunset. Tomorrow, a new chapter begins. And you know what? I'm ready for it. More than ready. Did you like the story? Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next interesting story. See you tomorrow.